what's up? It's your girl, Miss Rena L. General.
Yours truly, Lomwe.
Yo, this is Black Jack.
Evo Timothy. Farmer Michael.
What it do, what it does.
What up, people? This was good.
You're listening to or tuned into
The 5Roundz podcast.
5Roundz.
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 So yeah, make sure you stick it right here because it's lit.
What is going on, people? Welcome to 5Roundz. I am One Tally. We have Pato. We have Patrick. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Oh, good, One Tally. Oh, good. Happy weekend, yeah? How are you doing, guys?
Happy weekend, you know. For the guys that are watching this, it might not be the weekend. It might be, who knows? But before we start, actually, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Make sure you follow our our social media links as well. So we've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and the lot. But without further ado, guys, you are here for a special guest. We brought you a special guest. This is probably somebody we would call a big fish. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal in the game, an award-winning producer, entrepreneur. You know what I mean? He's known for his catchy trademark. All right, if I say this trademark, you might get it. So maybe let me just leave it there. Let me leave it there for now. And then he worked with artists like Gwamba on hits such as Mbama and Zimuhuda. He's worked with Martse, Fredokiss, Krazie G, Two-Face, Tay Grin, Maselba. This guy has worked with everybody. He's loud guy. You can't miss him. Like literally.
What a CV, man. What a CV.
I know, right? When he's on the stage, presence, energy, hype. You know, because he called him Malawi's hype man. Do you know what I mean? Let me bring this guy in here. His name is AK on the board. What is going on?
AK on the board.
Treasure, stones, alibas. Namuza sadana bita kutali usanilonte mabas. Kung fu, judo, ash, alindot. Namuza sadana bita kutali usanilonte mabas.
Welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good in yourselves.
Oh, good.
I'm chilling. Can't complain. Wrapping up the weekend.
How was the weekend?
Wounded soldiers.
Yeah.
Wounded soldiers.
I know what I would do, my man.
Everyone's on order. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I've got my glass with me. Yeah.
Jeez.
Just trying to survive. That's survival instinct, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's the only way.
Nice, man. So yeah, AK, welcome to 5Roundz podcast, man. We are very excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Very
thank you so much, guys. It's a
so
pleasure to be here.
Nice one, man. So where are you streaming from? Where are we talking to you from? To start with.
This is live and direct from Malawi.
Come on.
New Shire, Lilongwe to be exact.
Come on. Big up New Shire.
One time. Brother.
First question, man. I know you've been asked this in an interview, but I just wanted a bit more clarity on this, bro. What's the story behind the name AK on the board? What was the story? Is there a specific story to it? Did something happen for you to choose this name, or did you just go, you know what, I'll just be AK on the board?
Okay, what I kept the thing about it is crazy, man. Like I remember when we started, like when I used to be making music in my room, because at my parents' house back in the days, I used to be with. I used to spend most of my days, like from morning till evening, with Krazie G, because we used to be like close neighbors. So we started pushing together. So I would just be recording him. We would release a mixtape in a day. You see, that was our fun. Yeah, man. Like we would record over 30 songs on whatever beat, because I was perfecting my skills. He was perfecting his raps. You see. So back then, I remember there used to be P on the board. Do you know P on the board?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and I used. Yeah, Pimple. That's a big homie. So
big man.
Yeah. I used to be close but I used to look up to him as well, you know. So then these guys had the whole thing set up, like the bass line, what.
Yeah.
With Sonye.
So our goal was to get to that level. So I used to be spending literally most of my days in my room on this board. It was not a board, but it was a table, obviously.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, you get it. So it was just like one of the recordings. Crazy, it was just like I care on the board.
Yeah,
And
that's so.
once the music started, once the music started getting out, and P heard it's like, you jacked my name. I'm like, sorry. Started, man. That's how it started.
No.
So basically, it was Krazie G who came up with the board.
Nice one. You know what? You're carrying that slogan well, because P on the board back then. When you heard P on the board, you knew this was going to be a hit. Now, when you hear AK on the board, you know it's going to be a hit, man. You know. So
man.
Dope.
I mean, me and P, we're still close. We talk like every day, but never. Back in the days, he's been like, whenever you're working on anything, send it to me. So I would send it to him. We'll listen to it, and he'll tell me maybe change on this, change on that. You know.
I hear you, man. I hear you. That's good.
Yeah,
big up Pempo Gafotega, man.
Yeah, thanks.
A big pioneer, man. Big pioneer. For people who don't know Pempo
Gafotega,
he's been in the game for a long time. So for the people that don't know who Pempo Gafotega is in the Malawian urban industry, he started something called Rush Records, which had artists like Desert Eagle. Then it was Young K, the Basement, and then it changed to bassline.
Sonye to bassline.
Sonye as well, you know.
Yeah.
So big up.
Wait a minute. AK, you've been working with Sonye, so like looking at Sonye's work, like he's doing music producing and everything. Like in your part, what's your role like in music in general?
In music, I would say it started from day one. A lot of people don't know this. They have just known me for my adlibs just recently.
Yeah.
But from all the songs, if you would go back to the old Gwambas, even the Zimuvuda songs you're talking about, all of Martse's songs, I used to do ad-libs throughout all of the songs.
Oh, wow.
You see? So basically, I would say I've done ad-libs. I was mixing, mastering most of the songs. Back in the days, I used to make beats. So I would say my role was mostly production side.
So
it's just eventually that's when I've started doing the ad-libs things. But I've always been doing that, but eventually that's when they started noticing me much, like more, like now featuring AK. Back in the days, I would just put ad-libs on all these rappers, but they wouldn't acknowledge me because I was cool with that. I was cool with working behind, you get it?
Yeah.
In the background.
You're so humble.
No, I wasn't looking for that. I'm not full of. I don't really like attention. You get me?
Really? But then, like, you're talking about being noticed in all this, the industry and everything. Like, so while you're producing, what song put you out there? Like, what song got you recognized? Like everyone else was just like AK on the board, like,
bruh. My catalog is crazy. Like when you come to think of it, like my catalog, I've produced a lot of songs to the point that maybe I'll go on YouTube and I'll be watching. So I'm like, this is me. You see? So you see. So here's the thing. Yeah. Like for me to know that, how Lilongwe back in the days we never used to have radio stations. It was only Blantyre dominating. It was basically because in Lilongwe, we had a lot of rappers and artists, but since no radio stations and whatnot, we didn't have access to all that, you see? So I used to be making music in my room. All of those songs, Zimu Vuta, and I made Zimu Vuta in my hostel room. I mixed that song with my headsets, you see? Not headphones, literally headsets. I remember I had this, on the road. And no, before Zimu Vuda, then we were like known, but before we just used to be making music, perfecting ourselves. We didn't know that the music was getting to Blantyre and other people were listening to it. until I think we were called. Was it one of the social weekends and whatnot? And we went there, started performing. The guys started performing, and we could see the crowd. Like people actually know they know our songs. Like we didn't know we had an impact out there, but we were just making music. And Lilongwe, we didn't have a lot of functions. We didn't have radio stations, but in Blanta mostly, that's where Malawian they appreciate more Malawian music. It's just recently that Lilongwe has, joined the trend. But so our music would get out there, but we didn't know that our music was known.
Yeah,
because we didn't have places where we could go listen to our music. We didn't have radios. You see. Yeah. So our music was known before we didn't know that we were making hits.
And radio, most radio stations were in Blanta as well.
So if I would say that, I can't pick out a specific song because I can't remember. I don't want to lie, but
wow,
I can't remember. But all of Martse's hits, all the hits until recently, of course from the first Martse's hit. Wow. I produced from the first song to the almost 80% of Martse's catalog. I did that.
Isn't that a bit of talent, though, guys? Let me bring it back. This is the second time I'm hearing someone saying they were mixing and cleaning up a song using just normal headsets. Why these days people want to get the proper headsets because I want to hear. But when we listen to that music, you can't tell. Like maybe it's just me. Maybe another guy would listen and say, okay. But if I listen to that music and compare it to maybe music that's been produced somewhere in a studio, somewhere in a high-class studio, you can still not hear any issues. So that's talent in itself, man. And you're the second, I think, person we've interviewed who said that. And
There's that song. Yeah. There's that Zimuvuta, and the other song that people cannot believe that I produced it in my hostel room with my headsets was Mwano by KOK and Martse.
Really?
Yeah, I did that one at school. I was still in school.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, so it was crazy because I could only get like there was just a small space, like once I'm on the holiday. So I had these guys recording, like the first time we had that session, and then I took the project with me. So if there was a thing with me is I don't just release stuff. I back then I used to take maybe 2-3 months without releasing anything, but by God's grace, whenever I release something, it becomes a hit eventually. You see?
Wow.
So I took that project. I remember it was now I went back to school. I had that project in my laptop. And Martse called me, bruh, you need to work on that thing because I need to release something for Valentine's Day. To be honestly speaking, I didn't like that song.
Mwano?
Really? Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't. Funny thing is, the other songs you might be thinking that this is going to be a hit. You get it. The other songs, okay, most of the songs that producers or artists think that this is going to be a hit, they don't turn out to be hits. But the songs that you least expect, you'll be like, what? Like.
Can I ask you something? You keep saying hit, and you said most of the songs that produce a hit. So what are the key things you look for in a hit song yourself? Like how do you know, okay, this is going to be a hit? Like what are the key things you identify from the song?
Okay, this is what I said. It's hard for me to know that this song is going to be a hit.
So
but
it just happens.
it's just the work ethic. I do not. It's about quality for me. I do not. It's not about working on a lot of songs, releasing a lot of songs. I'll take my time, 2 months, 3 months without working on anything. But when I work on that, and if you get to see, there's always a connection between me and the artist. I just don't get artists and then we record and he leaves. No, if he's not doing what I wanted him to do, I'll call him back in the studio. We sit down and write together some of the items. most of the artists that I've worked with, I've helped them like that. Like we've worked together. It's always a teamwork. It's always a connection. You know.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you've just answered my question because now I understand why maybe you make hits because you go that extra mile. Because that's going extra mile.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know,
I'll take your money and leave. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's not when it comes to me. And to be honest, I never used to make. I used to do it for mostly. It was for the passion. It wasn't for the money, bro. Like that's why I said if it was for the money, I would have been working on each and every song, each and every day.
Wow, man.
You see, but for me, it was like man, like I love music and I loved it. I love doing that.
Yeah.
You see, yeah. So and the funny thing is, most of the songs that we worked on back in the days, like it's crazy, man. Like a lot of I've got crazy stories that people wouldn't believe if they hear. Like even we used maybe a dynamic microphone for this song because a lot of people think that we just had these studio monitors, keys, condenser microphones. No, bro, like it was hard. To be honest. We used to. Like, I'm saying the truth. So I was working so hard to the point that my work was to make a dynamic microphone sound like a studio condenser.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yo.
You see? That's where most of these guys came in. That's why I keep mentioning Krazie G, because we used to record almost every day. If I would hear a song maybe on the internet or on TV, I would want to make something to sound like that. You get it? And I had to find my own ways using, that was Adobe 1.5 back in the days, you know? Even when most of these guys, even when these guys, listen, even when these guys were on Cubase, I was stuck to Adobe back in the day.
And you still made those type of songs on Adobe, because Adobe, I find it very
exactly.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was limiting. So most of the things I had to do them manually. You see.
Wow. Man.
Yeah. No, big up, man. Flowers to you, man. Flowers to you.
Thanks so much, man.
I wanted to circle back to Martse because I mean, this is an artist that made a huge impact in Malawi, especially after his tragic passing. Rest in peace, Martse. You produced hits like Go Deeper, Chwe, Mapindran, Mabala, and you included, of course, Mwano. You know, 80% of his hits, as you said, man. Listen, what kind of relationship did you have with him? You know, because
that was a brother, man. Like I remember how I met Martse. It was on, I think Lome had just came out of Big Brother, so they had this party at Zanzi for him, welcome party, DJ Lome. So I met Martse through a mutual friend of ours, Cash. Do you know Cash?
Cash, yes. Baseline Cash, yes. And that's got serious punchline.
Yeah, so
serious punchline.
So Martse used to be brothers with Cash. I used to be friends with Cash brother. Like so they were together in school, you see. So he introduced us. He's like, I say, this is Martse, this is what good. And then Martse is like, I say, I hear you and I like your stuff. I really want to work with you. Humble guy. And then I was still in school, yeah? I think that time I was at Nasit. Then I told them, you know what? Let's link up and talk in person. Since then we were like out, huh? So he's like, when can I come through? I'm like, where do you stay? I told him where I was staying then. So we made a plan and he came through. From then, when I heard his content, I'm like, he's like, I say, no, I don't have money, I don't have chan, but I believe if we can work together, we can come up with something. So I told him one thing, and I had learned from my previous, because before that, I was in a crew. A lot of people don't know this. That I was in the same crew. It was me, Sonye. Do you know we were in the same crew, me and Sonye.
I saw that.
There was me, Sonye.
Yeah.
There was Heatherwick. Do you know Bonafide? We used to call him Bonafide.
Bonafide.
Yeah.
He used to rap like he's from Atlanta. I remember him.
Yeah, you see? So we used to call each other, we used to call ourselves Static Kids. It was Static Records. Yeah, there was, Sean B, you see? So, because then, that's when I was staying in Blanta. So when I had moved to everything that I learned, I mean, Sonye has always been a genius, man. So we used to be opposite neighbors. So almost each and every day we would spend together. He would have people coming in recording. So I would learn just by, I was the only one who didn't have anything to bring to the table. You get it? Like, because Sonye was making beats, was doing everything, you know?
Yeah.
So I was learning through that.
Yeah.
Spending time with the guys, just observing. So I took that with me. I told him that, bro, I mean, if you're saying what you, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. Do you guys know that Martse used to make crazy beats?
Really?
And 80% of the beats that we did together, he made them. I would just add a few things, mix and master them.
Whoa, man!
And that's the thing. That's the thing that.
That's an
exclusive, man.
Yeah. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know. He had he was a rapper. He was making beats, so he would know what he wanted. So the thing with me, I always say, bro, if we want to make something sound good, if we want to produce something, we have to involve a lot of people. We need to have, if you know there's someone good with keys, let's get that person, he'll put them.
Yeah.
If we know there's someone good with 808s, let's have that person, proper producing thing. The problem with most of us Malawians here, we want to be getting all the credit. Like I made this beat, I recorded this beat. That's not how it works, man. I mean, just look at Beyonce. Just a song, you just have someone just adding a hi-hat, they'll give him credit.
Yeah.
But here, we want to be like, bro, you cannot be your own Schwarzenegger. You can't just be Schwarzenegger. Like, you know, you can't. You can't be doing every, bro. This is what I always say. If you want to grow in the music industry, always involve people. You can't make it on your own, you know? So when he came, I'm like, I heard this beat, I'm like, this is sick. If I can put my hands on this, change some other things, I mean, if you listen to what I'll be telling you, we'll go far.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. And he did. He took that advice. And we actually went far.
Big up, man. Big up.
Your relationship was dynamic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That was a brother. Like here's the thing. So it was not all about music. So eventually we became friends. We were family. Mm-hmm. I would go at his house. I would spend weekends there. He would come at my house.
Yeah.
You know, like we were like the whole we were brothers, literally. You know, every single day we would be together.
Man.
Yeah, so that's where it came from. But that kid was a genius, bro. That brother of mine was a genius. Because even he would bring the songs and tell me, I'm having this idea. And I'll be laughing. Like, I say, how do you think of something like this? Like, how, you know?
Yeah.
Give us an example. Give us an example, man. You gotta give us an example. Bro,
I remember, have you heard of this song, Pinia Blackberry?
No.
You should Google that song by Martse, Pinia Blackberry.
Let's go.
Yeah? So that song, then I remember he had a sister. I think she was, if she's still in, is it Australia? I think so. So she sent him a Blackberry. Once he got that phone, it was all about Blackberry. You see? So then we had Blackberry pin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. By then in Malawi we had this alcohol. We used to call it Blackberry.
Okay.
You see? So it was like,
I never saw that.
Being here Blackberry. Being here Blackberry. Then that Blackberry was being sold at 1,000 kwaja, which is one pin.
Shit.
You see? So, like when he brought it, even the other song, the Gracie, have you heard that song? Mostly, he's got a lot of songs,
No, Martse
crazy songs that never got out there because a lot of people started. They got so their attention in Martse after Man. Before they used to, but he got this whole wide. So a lot of people, they know songs from Mwano. But for a Martse fan, I'm sure they know all those songs I'm talking about.
Okay. Damn, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, again, I'm going to stick to this legacy that he left behind because, you know, obviously when he tragically passed away, the whole country was moved, shocked. You know, everything stopped. You know, literally everyone wanted to be at his funeral. Everyone wanted to support his family. You know what I mean? Recognizing his music. Even the president recognized him for what he did through his music, right? How did it feel? How does it feel to be part of that legacy? You know, to be someone who can say, you know,
bro,
what?
I was in tears, bro, at the funeral. Like, I was with the family, in that tent, and his coffin was there. And I'm like, bro, like, I was just like, we did this, you get it? Like, people in the stadium, I'm like, and when they started playing his songs, I would remember each and every session for whatever song.
Wow.
And I'll be like, you know, it was crazy. It was because this music association of Malawi, they approached me to do the eulogy. I agreed. But when I got there, I told them I couldn't. I'm like, bro. And if you can see, I'm sure if you've noticed, none of those videos or pictures you see me in those 4 months.
You weren't. No, you weren't.
But I was there. I was right there with the family. Like at the stadium, I was in the tent where the family was. You know, I was so like, I was like, bro, we did this. You know, like most of these songs, we did this. Because in the end, I didn't get to produce most of these songs because, you know, like my, because I've got other things, especially business time, limitations. We had a fallout at some point, but we resolved it. But my involvement in music is no longer the way it used to be. Most of those songs that they played there, like 3/4, I was like, bro, we did this in my room. Everyone is singing to these items.
To these songs, man.
You know? So, yeah, it was crazy. The feeling was like, you don't know where music will get you.
Talking about moments, I'm gonna carry that for a minute. Talking about moments, what would you say is your proudest achievement, music-wise and in general?
Okay, this is crazy. My achievement is the businesses that I'm doing now, because it's because of the music that got me to that.
Yeah. Wow, man.
When I opened my shop, a lot of people, I would make crazy sales. When I say crazy, believe me when I say crazy sales in a day.
Wow, man.
Was because each and every customer that would pop at my shop, I would take a picture with them. So now everyone was coming to my shop. Let's take a picture with them.
Let's show them what you're talking about.
Wow, that's smart marketing, man.
Let's talk about what you're talking about, man. We got Lawi.
Yeah, that's Lawi. Yeah. Just go where there's Lawi. Go on the picture of Lawi.
Yes.
Yeah, and just keep sliding to the next one because there are a couple of pictures.
Is that your shop in Malawi?
Yeah, that's my shop in Malawi.
Wow, man.
That looks like
keep going.
That looks like one of the shops in like Hollywood. You know when the Hollywood people are taking pictures that they're shopping for stuff.
Yeah.
That looks like one of the shops in Hollywood. Man.
Yeah, that's Pixie.
Pete said you find that your Zurich and the bomb.
Yeah, you'll find a lot of pictures. I've got like different pages and whatnot for the shop. I had all these big guys, influential guys, CEOs from banks and whatnot coming to buy my stuff. Now everyone will be like, if this one is going there, what's so special with that? And I wasn't, you know? So, and I wasn't taking pictures just for the pictures, you know?
Wow.
Like, I would only take a picture with you if you buy something.
Nice.
And that was because of music. Now people would come and get a picture with AK at his shop, you know? Because it's AK. Because and that's that whole outfit. That's me. All that outfit is me.
Yo.
Wow, man.
Bro, I've done crazy. I've done for people. Okay, go up there where there's Gwamba, the Gwamba one.
The Gwamba picture. Where is it?
Yeah, and the celebrities that came in Malawi, you can see that one. That DJ after Fredokiss.
Yep.
Semi T. When he was in Malawi, I dressed him. Oh, when Fireboy was in Malawi, I dressed him. That whole outfit was my AK on the clothes. Yeah, and they go to Gwamba. Yeah, just keep going next. I'm sure there are a couple of pictures there.
Oh, there are a couple of pictures on that one. Just go back. Just go back to the.
I think so. I think so. If not, it should be the one on my actual page.
Let's go back to
I've dressed a lot of people, man. Like
this guy, huh? AK on the clothes. Guys, go and support.
Yeah, man.
Go and support this guy. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. AK on the clothes. AK on the board. Come on, man.
You better.
You said you have a website?
Yeah, no, I've got a page like on Instagram. This one, I've got the other one on Twitter, and I've got on Facebook as well.
Is this is this deal still on? The 25%?
It ends today. It ends today.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was trying to clear everything. out of the shop because I've got now new stock for some is already here, so I wanted some space.
Okay. So AK, talking about money, you said I was making money. So here's just a question from me. This is just random. I know it's just random. Sometimes we just throw some random questions to just catch you off guard. So if you had 10 million and you only had 5 artists to feature to make a hit album, who would you pick?
Okay, here's the thing with me. Here's the thing. I don't pick someone who is hot right there. I pick someone that I can make a hit with.
Okay.
That's the thing with me. Yeah, that's the same thing that I did with Airtel. These guys, when they're introducing the top 5 theme song, they approached me and they gave me a budget. And they were like, we need like celebrities in there. I told them, if you want a song that will last long, not just for one season, let me do what I know. Because the problem with a lot of producers or other artists, they will just feature someone who's hot right there. Regardless, Goody, that's not his type of music. They'll be like, we need to get this one on the song.
Yeah.
You get it? And you end up making trash music. So they gave me a budget. I'm like, I know people. Some of these artists you may not know them.
That's right.
But if we work on something, if we work on what I think I can work on, it's gonna be golden. And tell you what, this is now 4 years. They're still using the same theme song, and every time they are renewing their league, the top 8 or top 12, top 15. They always bring the item to me so that I should just change the number for the item. So I still get paid by Airtel every time for that theme song. You see? But in that song, there's no big celebrity.
Really?
Yeah, you can go to Airtel's website. I'm sure it's still there. Like top 8 theme song. You see that I produced it. And and the artists that I put in there, the only known one then, I think it was Episodes and Vube. But that item until now it runs on the radio. Whenever there's throughout, they use it. You see? So if you would give me money, I can mention some artists that you wouldn't know. But I'll tell you that these guys will make timeless music.
This is the best opportunity, AK. This is the best opportunity to put them out there. So mention these artists, man. Give us this fight.
We have to know them.
We have to know them.
Okay, here's the thing that I didn't want to put out. Like, I've been busy since 2020. I was working on an album. That one was going to be my last. You get it?
This is
exclusive.
Yeah, this is exclusive. Jeez. Yeah, so I had crazy features. As I'm speaking now, I've got 14 finished songs that I finished them maybe in 2020. And I'll tell you the song that was going to be a hit, and I'm sure it still may be a hit. the artists that I featured in there, nobody knew them. Right now, they're the big artists now, becoming big artists in Malawi. I'm talking of, have you heard of BJ?
Yes.
Yeah, BJ. I had that guy in my song in 2019.
Okay.
BJ SGZ.
Yes, Jizzy.
I had all those guys. I had their songs. In my album, I've got their songs.
Okay.
You see? And had it been that I released it then, no, there would be hits, but they would be like, who are these artists?
Who are these?
Because when I took that pieces, I sent it to P on the board. Like I said, I've got a friend who, do you know Amadou in the UK? That's right.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Big up
whenever I work on something, I send it to a few people that I trust. And they'll be like, yo, this is crazy. Who are these artists? They're always like that.
Amadou's gonna watch this. Don't worry, he's gonna watch this.
And he's been bugging me. He's like, when are you releasing the album? Even if I would go to our chat here, you'll be like, AK, it's been a long time, man. When is the album coming out? This is an album that has been there now. This is like 3 years now.
Come on.
You know?
Stand, man. You still stand, man.
Guys, go and spam AK on his Instagram, man. Come on, tell him to release it.
Yeah. So I would say obviously I would put in one song, but all the collabos that I'll mention are the collabos that I already have in the album. But definitely I'm gonna have these two guys, SGZ and BJ. You said 5 artists?
5. Yeah. We did 3 more. So we counted.
5. I said 5. Yeah, so you're on
1, 2, 3.
Thanks for drinking.
He has to drink. I'm with that.
Yeah, now I'm thinking. That's, you know why it's a tough one. There are a lot of good artists, but it would depend with the type of song. If it's a love song, if it's a street song or a hip hop song. If it's a, so I think that's the hard part. So tell me, if you had to make a love song or a trap or what, so give me that.
It's on you. Anything.
Not a song.
Mixed. Let's say a love song.
Album, not a song.
The whole album, yeah.
The whole album. You just have 5 artists you need to put on an album, basically.
5 albums. 5 artists.
5 artists on one album.
The album, yeah.
That's
so
it.
I'll say BJ and SGZ, they come as a pair. So that's one artist.
Or one artist.
Okay, fine.
One artist. BJ and the Daredevils, they come as what?
One artist as well.
One Yeah.
Big up the devil. That's 2.
Obviously, I would get Krazie G.
Krazie G.
Number 3.
3. He's thinking of a.
I want to put I'm thinking of. I really want to put Gwamba in, but because of limitations, you see, he cannot make
all of that happen.
I would put episodes.
This is a strong list. Strong list. This is.
You got it.
And last year, I really want to put Young K, but I still feel like the vibe was a bit my vibe with Young K. So,
right, yeah.
Big up Young K, Hyphen.
So the last person that would be Rina.
Whoa, big up Rina.
Man. Big up Rina. Hey, man.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm putting these ones because I'm thinking, I'm not saying these are the best 5 artists for me, but I'm thinking if I'm to work on something.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So my top 10 is crazy. It's got a whole different other artists.
Hopefully we get to get that album one day. Hopefully.
Yeah, but you I mean my album is crazy, man. I had some, like, I was a true I love old school, so the artists that I've got, I had put in that album, like, you'd be like, I say, this artist is still there, this artist is still there, this Malawian artist is still there, crazy. I really pushed for the real elements. Because I asked you that I wanted Kimba on that album. Like he was helping me with it, but it's just that I got lazy, bro. But I had like Malawi good music. I wanted to make timeless music. I'm not saying straight. I'm not saying raw hip hop, that boring or kind of thing. I wanted good music,
man,
but not trash music.
Standards, man.
So while we've been talking here, like I've been paying attention to everything, and you kind of say like, you know, my involvement in music will not be the same anymore, and you say that, you know, you want to produce something that's timeless. So what's next on, you know, for AK on the board? Like, you know, what's the big thing that's coming that we need to expect, and then we need to see that.
It's just that album. Once okay, music it needs, and the reason why I want to release that album is it's just a contribution to the music industry. Like, I'm not putting it out there for like for the money, like I said. I know at the end of the day everyone wants the money, but I'm putting it out there for the passion. And the reason why I haven't been able to release that album was because it needs a lot of involvement. Once you put something out, you need to promote it. You need to, you know, these projects, you need to stay on the... But I just want to put it out there now. Now that I've thought about it, I just want to put it out there for those people that want to hear my production or my involvement in music for the last time. They'll get that. That's just a gift. I'm not putting it out there to get shows. I'm not putting it out there to, but I feel like I've got crazy messages in my phone. Like, everyone, like I say, when are you? Because I had a few people that, like I said, I trust, that I always look up to. I've got a friend of mine, Ndawa Lungu Genesis. I'm not sure if you know him. Like, from way back, he's always like, bro, album. I say, we're still waiting for the album. I say, wait, when is it coming out? You see, so these guys have been waiting for over 3 years now. So I feel like I'll just release it. And the good thing, the reason why I'm saying that music is timeless is even when I'm listening to it today, the items that we did in 2020, even end of 2019, they still sound great. That they can still penetrate the market right now.
What? So have you come up with a name of this for this album, or are you going to keep that for now?
I'm gonna keep that for now. You already have an exclusive, man.
I tried. Okay.
He's trying to make all the exclusives, man.
Just trying to pull everything. I tried. AK, that's a good one, man. Good one. For that, you know, guys, go and support AK as well with his album, man. Go and give him the pressure to release this album. We need to hear it, man. Sounds like it's going to be a masterpiece. I want to go back to you know, your clothing brand, you know, your clothing store, you know, what you started outside of music, AK on the clothes. Look, it is looking like it's a success. I mean, it looks very impressive. You know, you mentioned in one interview that you noticed there was a lack of quality in shops providing quality urban clothing, you know, and you bridged that gap. You know, you literally went out there and said, you know what, I'm going to start this store. This is what I'm going to do. What challenges did you face when you're trying to build this up? You know, because, I mean, you're doing this in a third world country that's very, very poor. But then you're giving people things that are quite expensive, Jordans and whatnot. How did you manage? What were your challenges?
Like, it wasn't easy, to be honest. I was scared at some point. Like, is this really going to work? Am I going to make sales by at the end of the day? But I just had to. Okay, the main reason why I opened it, I saw that there was a gap, but mostly it's because I love good clothes. I love good quality clothes. So there was no place where I could find them here. I would be like, every time I want something, I should tell someone in the UK or in SA or somewhere to bring it to me. Why can't I just do that? So as soon as I started, now a lot of people say, "Oh, that's working for him. It means that will work for me." Let us. So, you know, so a lot of people started doing that. Even the same, the way my shop looks, everything, the shelves started opening. Some of them being my friends. You see,
Right.
so people would mistake now when I'm promoting my items, but maybe they didn't know the location. They'd end up going to their stores
Okay.
and find bad quality items,
Oh no.
and they would put them out that way from my shop.
This
Now,
You see,
This is the bureau theory, the telephone bureau theory.
Yeah, copy and paste. Copy and paste.
I'm sorry for the guys that don't understand Joe, but I'm trying to say Gula bureau. I'm not doing my business. Going to win a bit amount. That's a Gula bureau now. We now stop. That's a we gotta stop doing that, man.
So basically, what my man said is one guy used to open a telephone station here, and then the other guy, just a few distance away, opens another one, and another guy opens just because one guy is succeeding. It's common in Malawi, even when the chips, the chips, the local chips, one opens here, one opens here, one opens there, one opens there.
I think look, what AK started is good. Like honestly, you've bridged the gap, and then somebody should have gone, okay, what can I do to further what he's done? You know what I mean? What can I do to make that better, or make what he's doing better? Can I help him with his transport costs, for example? Do you know what I mean? Can I help with advertisement? I think Malawians, all Malawians included, we need to start thinking outside the box, and stuff. No one's got this imagination to sort of think, you know what, maybe I can help him with his transport costs by sort of localizing that service. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Maybe I can help him with his taxing, by becoming his accountant and stuff like that, But normally everyone wants, like you said, everyone wants to do it on their own. So that's where we go.
If it's working for him, Commando eventually, I mean, they can steal the origin, but the ideas are not in. I mean, the mind that. So, so I'm happy.
Whoa.
Because they started doing it because they saw me doing it, but they didn't know what I had to go through. They didn't know about the planning, the time, like everything that I put in there. And in Malawi's economy, Malawi's economy right now is it's crazy. You can't rely on one business. That's why I branched out to my businesses and then.
Nice, man.
Good man. Okay, so next question. Well, basically on the same thing. To be fair, you did mention Ure. When people normally, when you advertise your business, people end up going to the wrong place. So we want to make sure we correct that right now. So where can we find your store? Where can we find these threads? Where can people look good? You know what I mean? Like the pictures we saw. Let me share this.
So we are located in area 47 sector 5.
Okay.
There's a junction that takes you to ABC from Sherab or Chitukugo. Right by the junction, there are new shops there. Area 47 in Malawi, to be exact. That's where there's like a block, blocks of shops. I mean, there are like 3 blocks. Yeah, so we took. I hit the follow button.
You caught him. Okay, you caught him.
Yeah, I caught him. Yeah, so there's this page. This is the official page for the shop.
Yeah.
And also whatever I post that side, there's another one. Then my personal page. I also post some of the things whenever I've got.
But
so that one is AK on there.
If I go there, I have to hit the follow button as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
that one.
I expect the follow back.
Yeah. So that's the personal. You see the profile picture for that one. That's me and Martse when we were kids.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that one. That's that one. It's down there. You see another one right there. Yeah, that one.
Unreal, man. Unreal.
And go to the next one.
Okay.
No, on the same one there are a couple of pictures there. Not that one, but it should be another.
Came from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's the DP.
Nice.
That's the
man.
time we met around.
Nice, man.
Bro,
That's when we started making music.
the rest is history.
Bro,
The rest,
Yeah.
the rest is history.
So
I like this picture.
yeah,
I like it. It's telling.
Thank you,
Very
man.
telling. It's very telling. It
Nice,
tells you.
yeah. Thank
You know,
I like
and the thing is,
I like the top two, man.
the important thing is to notice this.
Thank
yeah?
you, man.
Look at this now.
You can get it from AK on the clothes.
Plug that up, man. Plug that up.
The shoes too. The shoes too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plug that
Everything,
up.
man.
Come on.
Everything.
That's
is
real, man. Goosebumps, man. That
Thanks,
is
man.
unreal.
Thanks, man.
Pure energy, man. Pure energy.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Look at
this is
that,
dope.
man.
This is dope. This is dope.
Your
Alright,
network is so good, man. Your network is so good.
listen, man.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Before we close this thing up, guys, if you didn't enjoy this breathtaking interview, I don't know how you can be satisfied. We don't know. We don't know how you can't be satisfied. What is wrong with y'all, man? But yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed it though, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss anything like this. This is content.
And follow AK's page as well.
And follow AK's page.
Yeah, please. Follow my pages.
Don't be like me. Just go and
AK on the board and AK on the clothes.
on the board. AK on the clothes.
Actually, let me also follow here. Let me follow.
Yo, AK, man.
Wait, you better, bro. I'll follow back.
Yeah.
Yo, AK, we really, really appreciate you coming on the show, bro. A lot to share, man. Like you've given us a lot of insight into the game, and you've probably given the people that are going to see this, the viewers, insight into what your role in music is, because people just think it's just about the rapper or the guy on the stage or the guy doing what, but they forget about the guy in the background who's making things work. The guy that the rappers depend on. So now big up to you, man. Flowers to you, my G.
Thanks so much.
We appreciate you coming on.
I just want to thank you guys for giving me this platform as well, and letting me have a chat with you on the show. So
big up.
Much appreciated. It's an honor to us, man.
So as a tradition, AK, we let our guests do the outro for us. So we let you take us away from the show, bro. So we're gonna give the mic to you and give the authority and the power to you, bro. You do what you need.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy AK on the board. And you're with my boys on 5Roundz podcast. Make sure you go like and subscribe on that button.
Nice.
Nice.